fighter enters the ring. Here's a glimpse behind the scenes in the dressing room of 60 kg lightweight boxer Donato. Opponents before his fight with Russian Vasilii on Friday. And more glimpses behind the scenes still to come throughout the championships. Time now to catch up on Saturday's big moments. 7 Cubans through to the semi-finals, the highlights being the dancing man in light heavy Cruz and the outstanding middleweight Lopez. Ireland's star continues to shine. The European champion Michael Conlan joining Michael O'Reilly and Joe Ward in the last 4.
I'm very happy, we're working on about quite comfortably, one way, so very, very happy about it.
Andy Cruz, though, got the worst of a decision to Asanat and Manson. Shock of the day came at heavyweights. His second seed, Vasilii Egorov, went home. We leave you with our shots of the day as Amir King Khan, our special guest, came to Doha.
I'm unable to watch the AIBA World Championships on AIBA.
Fourth bout this evening later on in about 45 minutes time. First though, within the light flyweight division, it's the Philippines against Russia. What a story it's been for Rogen Ladon, one of 2 Filipino boxers here at these championships, and he is into a semi-final, already a bronze medalist. And here comes Vasilii Egorov for Russia. What a talent he is. The number 4 seed, one of 4 Russian boxers in the semi-finals from just 7 that they sent to these championships. That's a high strike rate. And Egorov...
The judges are now displayed on the scoreboard.
He's got a really busy style, Egorov. Ladon, though, I think has been one of the surprises of the tournament. He knocked out the Mexican number 1 seed on the day that Manny Pacquiao came to town.
Yeah, Ladon surprised a couple of his opponents. Great performance in front of Manny Pacquiao. Definitely inspired him that day, and like I said yesterday, he reminded me a little bit of Manny Pacquiao in his lighter days when Pacquiao was a flyweight. So yeah, an exciting boxer and a joy to watch, and hopefully these 2 styles will gel and provide an entertaining bout again.
Yes, 2 southpaw boxers. The rangier, no doubt, is the Filipino. He's a little taller. He's got a bit more distance in his boxing, but Egorov is a determined, fast-punching, zippy little fighter. As you see, their routes to the final. And Egorov beat Gankiag, the Mongolian top 20 boxer in the quarterfinals, and he took care of Harvey Horn, the silver medalist at the European Championships. And of course, that was a championship and a final that Egorov beat Horn in earlier on in the summer. So the reigning European champion up against the improving Filipino. And Ladon in the red, fast and immediately into the action.
Straight across the ring there, Ladon. It will be potentially a battle of the southpaw jab, this one.
The first thing you notice is Ladon is a little taller. The Russian Egorov is a buzzsaw of activity. He needs the work to be up closer. He will throw hundreds and hundreds of punches, and this is about that. If Ladon can keep him on the end of the jab, half the job will be done.
Yeah, that's exactly the tactics that Ladon is going to try and employ, and using them sharp feet, stepping in and out of range after each combination of punches is thrown to avoid the attack, that, as you just seen then.
And up close where they are is where Egorov wants it. He did land with a little cheeky left hook there as it got a bit scrappy.
Ladon is happy to lead off. He's not waiting for Egorov to be the counter puncher. He's happy to be the one who's leading off.
Sharp counter there from Ladon. So many punches being thrown by the Russian. He did land with a sort of overhand right hook there.
Yeah, if he's throwing that many, one is sure to land.
Ladon's the more controlled boxer. Egorov wants to turn it into a bit of a whirlwind scrap. The pair do have a common opponent, the Mexican #1, Joselito Velasquez, who was beaten in the second round by Ladon. He actually beat Egorov in the WSB. That was Egorov's only defeat in 5 in the latest series of the WSB.
It's interesting, this one, Alex. Neither boxer seem willing to go on the back foot. It's a constant battle for the centre of the ring, and that's where most of the action's happening.
30 seconds to go in the first. When it gets scrappy, it definitely seems to suit Egorov, who just throws hundreds of punches in flashes, somewhat untidily.
Landed a good left hand there, Egorov. So he has had some success so far. Ladon starting the better.
The key, if Ladon can use his footwork.
His footwork is one of his best strengths. Obviously, he throws a lot of punches and he throws them with reasonable power as well, it seems, but it's when he steps in and out of range, he phases the attacks, 2-phase attacks, and that's his strength.
Well, this might be one of those rounds. You know, what did you prefer? The busyness, the flurries of Egorov, or maybe the more composed shot picking from Ladon? And the answer will be forthcoming up on your screen shortly. There was a brief cameo of both their styles, in effect. I thought Ladon did the cleaner work, but it...
From the off, yeah. Then Egorov had some success in the second half, but like we've said, every time we've watched one of these contests at the lighter weights, there's that much going on. It's difficult to see everything that's happening, and the judges may be the same.
Here we go then, into the second round. Rogen Ladon, the Filipino. A little sharper at the start of this round, accurate too.
Nice work from Ladon. Them feet every time, just stepping out of range. And as Egorov's advancing, he's landing the counters.
Both of these boxers, national champions in their homeland. Ladon's had a really good start to the year, winning both the Asiana Confederations Championship and indeed the Asian Games as well.
Good left to the body from Ladon there, and 60 seconds into this round, he seems to be the one making the fight.
Just keep that distance between himself and Egorov. Yeah, the Russian coach is living every moment of it. Big punch that from Egorov up close.
Yeah, he done well to land that because he initially fell over his front foot, but he recovered and landed the left hand. Ladon could use his jab to more effect, I think, Alex. He's got a good jab, and throws the one. The big left hand's off the back of it.
Again, you can see just a bit scrappy up close. Egorov trying to bridge the distance between the pair of them. Ladon trying to keep it at arm's length. Of course, a bit of wear and tear after the bouts that they've already endured and boxed through in these championships so far.
Yeah, both boxers have been involved in some real battles. They'll be feeling the pace, but they can almost see light at the end of the tunnel, and that'll spur them on even more. Been another bit of a scrappy round, but Ladon, for me, doing the better work on more than one occasion.
This is what Egorov does. Incessant pressure. He's a constant nuisance. How will the judge score that one? Well, the first round and the second round on two of the judges' scorecards going the way of Egorov. Tighter on the scorecard of Judge C. So Egorov's busy style seems to have given him control of the bout.
Yeah, you say busy style, Alex, because that's what Egorov is, but for me, the more punches are coming from Ladon, he seems to be forcing the issue a little bit more. He's the one leading off, and I'd like to see the punch counts, because for me, Ladon's thrown more punches as well as landing a couple more, not much more though.
I think Ladon's fighting Egorov's fight. Here we go then, final 3 minutes. Can Rogen Ladon of the Philippines do something about this to unseat Vasilii Egorov? Remember, not only the opportunity to win a gold or a silver medal in a World Championships, but an automatic route and ticket to Rio in 2016 at the Summer Olympics, courtesy of a win in this bout.
Egorov almost walks forward, just throwing anything possible. It doesn't seem to be much thinking behind his work. Ladon using his brain a little bit more.
I think Ladon's the stylist. Ladon's perhaps the more technical, arguably more talented boxer.
Both are desperately trying to land some clean blows, and it's the desperation's resulting in this type of scrappiness.
Inside the final minute and a half. And they're both just planting their feet and standing the ground. I guess about styles, it's so far removed from the performance we saw from Ladon against the Mexican early on.
Yeah, and you'd think that the Russian would be made for Ladon, but like we said, as the week's gone on, the accumulative effect of some difficult contests, sometimes the thinking out of the bout goes out of the window.
So we saw that with Vasilii, the Russian, last night, didn't we?
Exactly. Vasilii looked a shadow of himself last night, and Ladon isn't far behind that.
To be fair to Egorov, he's a better boxer than he's shown here tonight as well.
Yeah, both will be feeling the same type of thing. And this round, I think there's been more holding and clinching than actual boxing, and that's probably a result of the fatigue.
Egorov always latching his chin onto the chest of Ladon.
Makes it so difficult to score a round like that as well.
It's one of these bouts. It could have been whatever you preferred, and I would think both of these men are feeling the effects of earlier bouts, and I do think that Ladon will, when he goes home and watches a rerun of this bout, if he can bear to look at it for a time being, I think he'll be annoyed with himself that he wasn't able to use a style that had worked so well for him against talented boxers early on in the competition.
Yeah, I think that style would have been perfect to beat Egorov as well, but you wonder, these type of boxers as opposed to maybe the Cuban boxer who's more of a mover, will they feel fatigue more?
Here we go with the decision.
The winner on points from the blue corner, representing
Ladon is disappointed. Russia have a semi-finalist into the final. It's gold or silver for the talented Russian Egorov, and he's on his way to Rio next summer. Vasilii Egorov then is the winner of that one. You can understand why Ladon's disappointed. It's a difficult bout to score.
Yeah, it was difficult. You can see the joy on the Russian team there. They knew they were in for a tough contest, and obviously Egorov, has he just booked his ticket to the Olympics?
He has.
So you can see the delight, and I understand completely that the feeling of becoming an Olympian, such a special feeling, so much ahead of you to be going to compete at an Olympic Games. It's a fantastic feeling.
No matter what happens in the final on Thursday, Egorov will go to Rio, courtesy of that medal. It's gold or silver, and we have one further finalist to determine his opponent shortly coming up. It was a tight contest, very, very scrappy, not much in the way of clean shots to score.